Shout out to all the beautiful people in here.
Yes. Shouts out to Rachel from Thailand.
Rachel Roy?
No, Rachel Ray. Rachel Jean-Baptiste Bryant.
Ooh, that name is dignitary. Okay, established, honey. Honey.
Diamonds, the hearts, 9 of clubs. We have the 10 of diamonds and the 9 of hearts. Jack of spades, 2 of hearts, seven of diamonds, let's be clear. Okay, we have the 8 of hearts. Alright, so I'm gonna put the cards like this. Alright, so we have the 10 of diamonds, the 9 of hearts, the Jack of spades, and the 2 of hearts, 7 of diamonds, and the 8 of hearts. Alright, let me get 3 more. just going to put this to the side. Okay. So I feel like what this card, it's like this needs to be mentioned, okay? So we have the Six of Hearts, the Queen of Spades, and the Ace of Diamonds that finish off this reading. But I do want to mention the Seven of Clubs is definitely the action energy that we are, I guess that you're being warned against, or it's almost as if you have to stand up for yourself and you have to, maybe, I'm feeling like, first of all, I feel like this is a love reading. I feel like this is definitely regarding relationships, because I feel like this overall energy that wants to be known is speaking about the fact that you're probably in a relationship that's stagnant and you want more from it, and you don't know exactly how to approach the relationship because you feel like if you speak up and require more, you may be separated. So if you're just dating and you feel like you want to go ahead and make this official, go ahead and speak up, because you're just going to be wasting your time. If you feel like you may be rushing it, it's still healthy to have a conversation about it. Okay? If you are in a work-related situation where you feel like you were hired for one thing, but they're not giving you the responsibilities that you were expecting, or they're giving you too many responsibilities, speak up. You know, ask for a raise or require a higher position. So I do feel like it is necessary for you to speak up, because this is all about action. There's no more sitting back and allowing things to just happen, because you give people the permission to treat you in a way that's disrespectful or it is unfair. Okay, so this is the overall situation of reading energy here that needs to come out. So let's go ahead and start with the Ten of Diamonds. This is a pretty wonderful card in regards to the fact that you want to focus on building a legacy. Right now we are in a time of being with family and talking about our future and remembering great memories, discussing the past. Many families are coming together at this time for the first time and seeing new babies and how they're growing. So this is a pretty wonderful card in the regard that you feel financially comfortable to talk about your future plans. This offers a lot of stability and security. So this is wonderful energy to start off with. And if you feel like keeping this in mind with the Seven of Clubs, if you feel like all the financial part of your relationship is taken care of and maybe you're lacking the emotional part, go ahead and speak up, because we can't buy love. Okay, we cannot buy love. And this is a season now where we are gift giving, and we want to instill in our future children that it is not enough to just buy gifts for someone and not show them love daily. That is for free. So we do go into the Nine of Hearts energy that says you're scared of being alone. Okay, so I feel like you're not speaking up because you're scared of being alone, and it shows right here in this Nine of Hearts, which is why Spirit comes through, consoling you, comforting you, letting you know that you're not alone. And perhaps if you do feel fear of being alone, that you do need to get comfortable with being in your own presence by yourself so that you can meet them more. This is now a time where we are required to have more connection with our ancestors and our spirit guides and our angels. I feel like this is one of those times where you will be able to find yourself in them. Okay, the Jack of Spades is also in this line, so I feel like the person you are dealing with may be a little immature, which is why they're not giving you more commitment that you're asking for. This Jack of Spades, youthful person that you may be involved with, can be very sly, very single-minded individual. So he or this divine masculine may be feeling as though they kind of want to be in a relationship, but not really. They may not be prepared for all of that commitment, which is why they're dragging their feet to give you more. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that everyone isn't, usually women are more mature than men, and we require more moving forward, especially with families. So if you do require more, definitely encourage you to speak up. And if you feel like you're not speaking up because it's going to influence your financial security, you really need to evaluate the relationships and why you get into relationships. Okay, so we do go into the Two of Hearts energy. Now, I do feel like you may be fearful of the separation because it's possible that it's divinely going to be orchestrated that that person leaves you and you separate, because you do have a Two of Hearts right here, and this tells me that what you truly are wishing for is also wishing for you. So whether it be that person who you truly are looking for in like a soulmate or a twin flame, this can be that person. Like the one that you're with now is possibly in the way of that. Okay, so you know, usually our relationships are for seasons and reasons, and if you feel like you've gotten all you can out of this relationship and it's going a bit stale, and you pretty much came together and now you're in a situationship and just staying together for the money aspect, then you really do need to evaluate your love. Okay, I do feel like the Two of Hearts regarding career, if you're in a stagnant job and you're just going through the motions of it, reconsider why you took the job in the first place. If you needed money at the time and now you have enough money to move on, reconsider looking for a job that you really truly do desire, that will make you happy. Okay, but I do feel like the Two of Hearts energy is something, it's like a magnet. You two will come together very soon, but you do have to speak up and move things out the way that no longer serve you. Okay, the Seven of Diamonds speaks to the fact that you are putting in a lot of hard work. You're doing a lot of hard work when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to just being a wholesome individual, and you feel like you probably give too much of yourself and you don't really see the return on your investments. Well, this is saying your blessings are coming, and all the hard work that you've been putting forth is starting to show fruits. Okay, you are beginning to see how satisfying it is to actually see your improvement right before your eyes, and this is materially. So whether it be more money, bonuses, you're starting to see more customers come through your doors, or you know, you're really starting to see that the different strategies that you have taken and the fact that you started shifting your perspective and your actions to align with what you truly want, it's all coming together, and now people are attracted to the true passion that you are exuding. So as you can see, this Eight of Hearts comes out just after, which goes back into the emotional aspect, which means 7, then 8, you are improving. Everything is looking up. The 2, the 7, the 8. Okay, so the Eight of Hearts also speaks to the fact that, again, we're back into the relationship aspect. Okay, this is definitely speaking to separation, and it's under the Jack of Spades. Okay, this sly individual can be a little bit manipulative. He may know that you are with him for the money, so you know that you're fearful of him leaving because he probably will leave you. Okay, because he knows you won't leave. So I do encourage you to be prepared for change, because I do feel like things will be happening quickly, especially when it comes to business. If he left you, or if you separated, or if you left, you will have to revamp your lifestyle, and so that means this is a warning. You have to get organized quickly. You have to go ahead and you have to feel comfortable with being alone with being alone and doing things on your own. I just really feel like this Eight of Hearts really, it doesn't really speak to you all working together. Okay, I feel like this improvement is in direct result of you moving forward. This is to show you that you are capable of being that 10 of diamonds on your own. Okay, we do have a 6 of hearts that comes out underneath the 2, and I want to say that you may even attract some people from your past. Okay, you may have an ex coming back. You may, you know how when you come up in life, then people who were shady towards you, or who didn't think highly of you, they start to see that you're doing well, and suddenly they want to be your friend. Yes, I feel like a lot of childhood friends, maybe exes, people who didn't support you, they'll be coming back because they see that you're on the come up. Okay, don't be confused with people showing interest in you at that time, because this is going to be the 2 of hearts energy. So you already are expecting someone like your soulmate, or your twin flame, or your forever partner. You're already expecting that person. So don't be jaded by all the newfound attention that you will probably receive. Okay, I just feel like they are coming back to your life because maybe there were lessons that you had to learn that you didn't learn, and now you are in a position to separate your emotions from the lessons. So if it was an ex in the past that you didn't quite resolve or get closure with, get that closure and be able to heal and then move forward. Okay, don't be so nostalgic where you get caught up in the memories and then you want to rekindle something that was not meant to be in the first place. Okay, if you do feel like some of your childhood trauma is affecting your relationships and why you are with people for money and not necessarily for love, then I do encourage you to take some time to heal. But you do have to speak up for yourself. Remember, all of this is speaking up for yourself. If someone wants to come back to you and tell you how sorry they are, even if it's a family member who wants to come back into your life, speak up for yourself, stand your ground. Don't feel like you don't have an option to say no, because you have to put your best interest first. Okay, you have to be able to know what you want in your life and what kind of energy you want to surround yourself with. Okay, the Queen of Clubs energy, I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you. You're coming through as a female, very strong individual. However, you may be having some doubts because the Queen of Clubs right now, her face looks a bit worried and a bit confused. Now, much is required of the Queen, okay? It's not easy being a queen. However, she has a lot, to whom much is given, much is required. And with that, I do encourage you to keep in mind, you have a gift and you have the ability to do great things. So this Queen of Clubs is reminding you to be so passionate about whatever you choose to do and move forward in. Like this work that you're doing, you have passion for it. So even if things don't go well as you have planned, don't get so disappointed that it affects your passion and your desire to do it, because nothing is perfect. And if you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, don't let any of that deter you, because remember, people will begin to be attracted to you because of the passion and everything being in alignment. So just remember, if your heart is in it, then you'll be okay and everything will work out. And if you keep your spirits and angels and ancestors first, when things don't go your way, then they'll work it out for you, as long as you're keeping in alignment with all that you're supposed to be doing in your life's purpose. Okay, and I believe you know what that is. So the Ace of Diamonds, if you don't give up on yourself, you'll see that they will then work everything out for you. As I just mentioned, this Ace of Diamonds is a prize, literally. You go from a 10 of Diamonds, you leave that, and then you get something even more wonderful. So this is such a wonderful reading, because it's like you took a sacrifice. You made a sacrifice and you took a bet on yourself. You gambled and you said, you know what? I'm going to remove this out of my life because I know that there's better for me out there. So if you're settled with this person, speak up for yourself and your beliefs and move forward, because you will be getting a new house, a new home, a new car, maybe even a lump sum of money. Something materially will manifest for you, and you won't have any idea of where it came from. Even like a new relationship, I just feel a new investor, I just feel a new, like, oh my gosh, like a new job. I know I said that already, but I feel like this is an entrepreneurial increase that you of an opportunity that you may be able to have. So just know that you will win. Okay, so I do want to get more clarity on this 8 of Hearts here, okay, because I do feel like it's in regards to this person, this Jack of Spades that you're involved with. I must say, even if I read the cards this way, if you leave him, you still will win. So no matter which way you spin it, you'll win. I feel like this person can be very careless with their speech, maybe even a little bit flirtatious. And that bothers you, but you know that maybe perhaps they don't mean anything by it. This wants to come out, but I'm not going to take it right now. Okay. So right now, in regards to the 8 of Hearts, remember I said I feel like the Jack of Spades that you're involved with, the very manipulative, sly individual who may not be completely and honestly ready for a commitment, they can be very flirtatious. They may like to go out a lot. Very social butterfly energy. This is supported by these 3 cards, okay? You have the King of Hearts, the Nine of Hearts, and the Ace of Hearts, okay? Now, remember, this is all in regards to the 8 of Hearts. So this is all clarifying that this is a very emotional being. Are you dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, maybe even a Scorpio, who is very, like, passionate, and they just exude love and they attract people naturally? Because I feel like this 8 of Hearts is saying with this King of Hearts, people, like, he knows how to change situations around for people, because he is so he's a smooth talker. People come to her from wisdom, and it's uncharacteristic of a divine masculine energy to be so emotionally stable and vulnerable and comfortable enough to give you advice without being romantically involved. So I feel like that's a characteristic of the individual that you may be dealing with that is very attractive to other individuals, okay? However, you have the Nine of Hearts again, which means Spirit is giving you flowers, saying, boo-boo, if you have to leave this person because you feel uncomfortable with all the attention that they are getting from other individuals in the DMs, in the text messages, at work when you're not around, and this person is not necessarily making it known that he is very committed and in a very loving relationship with you, then you have to depart. It's unhealthy for you to not speak up for yourself, okay? You have to speak up for yourself. If you require being displayed as the girlfriend of 5-8 years, then you need to let them know. Just because you're not married doesn't mean you don't have the right to be known as the woman, okay? So again, you get another 8 of hearts, which means you will, once you leave, you will be able to give birth to a whole new relationship that is founded on love and not money, okay? That you will be moving forward because love wins. Love makes the world go round. Money is a source of energy. Yes, money can't buy happiness, but it can make things easier, but it's definitely not the foundation, because money comes and goes and what's in your heart remains. So for those of you all who feel like after you do speak up, things may get better and maybe you can stay and work it out, hey, if you want to see if that will work, I encourage you to do so. Maybe you'll find a new love, a level of love that you didn't know you had for one another. Maybe that divine masculine will step up to the plate and say, you know what, you're absolutely right. I do need to respect you and all the time that we've invested in one another. Maybe it's time that I propose to you, and maybe you'll have a wonderful marriage and y'all be winning together. But I'm definitely feeling like you do need to speak up, and you need to be able to accept who that divine masculine is, because it's not just about him giving you what you want, but it is about you being able to accept the person that he is without you and without you around, okay? Because I do feel like this is the character of this individual, just being very social, and that can come off very flirtatious, okay? So as a woman, so woman and woman here, I do want to go ahead and pull out Angels and Ancestors deck, a card for you to encourage you to keep your head up and to stay in love with yourself first, okay? See, there is one card. This one says hold the space. Okay. So this card, hold the space, wants to come out. This is the Druid. Okay. So just take a look at this card. Okay. So this comes from my Angels and Ancestors deck. And as you can see, this is a very old wise man. And he is in the middle of the forest. He does have his staff with feathers, and there's a light here. Okay, so remember I said with the 9 of Hearts, and you have it 2 times here, also with the 8 of Hearts, okay? With the 6 of Hearts, this is all about you just really not being afraid to be alone, because I feel like when you are alone, you'll be able to be enlightened about things that you really need to know. Okay, so you need to hold space with the ancestors and angels. Do you sit down and journal? Do you sit down and pray? Do you meditate? Do you find time to get downloads about what you should actually be doing next? Or do you listen more to what your mind and your logic tells you should be doing next based on what other people expect of you? So this is really about going within and connecting to the universal energies and going into nature being amongst the trees, being amongst the leaves. Okay, let's see what the book can add. Okay, so it says, hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. Okay, so this supports the overall energy of the Seven of Clubs. Okay, don't be hasty. Don't really take any calculated risk. Just know and go internally and pray and believe that you're where you're supposed to be, and within due time, when you speak up and things unfold in a way that you may not have wanted it to, it's all divinely orchestrated. And you have the power to get through it. Okay? So if you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back into a state of trust. I hope that this resonates with you very well and you find clarity and comfort in knowing that you're not the only one going through this. There are other people out here who need this advice, and if this has helped you in any way, shape, or form, I do encourage you to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can be aware of other messages that may help you through whatever you're going through now. Okay? For those who are interested in a personal reading, so we can look deeper into what you're going through specifically and how to guide your next steps, I encourage you to email me at myrainbowhealers@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Jean-Baptiste Bryant. So this is your Mickey Mouse medium, Rachel Jean-Baptiste Bryant, signing out. I want to thank my angels and ancestors at this table. At this time, I am going to close the session. Amen and Ashe.